If policies are principles that guide behavior, then policy analysts need to understand the way in which actors operate in the economy. A model that's very useful to understand the behavior of agents in the economy are the supply and demand curves. Well, there are very detailed elements of the supply and demand curve. I'd like to outline some basic pieces that are useful for our analysis of tax, subsidies, price ceilings, and price floors. What is a supply and demand curve? Essentially, buyers in a given market demand a product which is supplied at a price. Buyers acting in a market are supplied with products at a particular price. So we have what are known as supply and demand curves. You will notice at the bottom we have the quantity of a particular product and the price of a particular product. When the supply and demand curves intercept, we have something called the equilibrium. And the equilibrium is the most efficient price and product quantity. Recognizing the cost price and the most efficient distribution of resources that the equilibrium represents, policy analysts are able to make price adjustments and understand how adjusting the price will affect both the supply and the demand. This model is based on some key assumptions. The first assumption is that there's perfect competition in this particular environment. There are low transaction costs, buyers and sellers have the same information, there are identical goods, and we're operating in a single market. So in order for you to use this tool as a point of analysis, you need to assume some of these key things or account for them in your analysis. In the next lecture, I'll be talking about taxes and how that shapes the nature of this graph.